Topping is doing something great. It brings plenty of value and it shrunk it down to only $300. And while it is an amazing device with many inputs and outputs and versatility and features, I came to this device feeling like it's meant to please many but not to impress everyone. Hello, this is a HIFI daydreaming and I always try to find value and review HIFI, whether that be expensive or budget oriented. If you want to support me in any way or shape, please like and subscribe. Topping had a huge success with the previous model of DX5 that was released in 2022, and it was only a matter of time before we got a sequel. And of course, it was successful. It was a super successful product. It had powerful headphone amplification, a great DAC and a lot of features and inputs, etc. So the new DX5 has big shoes to fill. And visually, it also differs from the previous one, from rounded corners to more box-like and sharp ones. Similar to all new topping gear, it also comes with a bigger screen, with the new Aurora UI. There are incredible new add-ons like the addition of a dual ESS DACs and a Class D hybrid amp, which is also a fully balanced headphone amplification. The hybrid Class D, or X-hybrid how Topping calls it, represents a new technological breakthrough following NFCA architecture, utilizing an all-new triple-stage hybrid amplification design. It not only retains the signature like ultra-low distortion and high dynamic range of the NFCA, but also achieves significantly improved efficiency by optimizing circuit topology, resulting in reduced static power consumption and heat generation. Despite its compact chassis, it houses a fully balanced quad-channel amplifier, and that headphone amplifier could potentially drive many headphones with 1600 milliwatts power consumption to all the way of 490 milliwatts in 600 amps. That is just some serious firepower that it has. With a really decent DAC, it also supports 6.35mm and 4.4mm and 4-pin XLR headphone jacks. Its value is through the roof, and did I forget to mention a full-fledged desktop parametric equalizer? You also have 5 preset filter sounds that Topping have created inside this device. But to create a self-tailored equalizing, you need to connect DX5 to your computer, and the process of doing so is really easy. The software does give you a robust set of features to change and mold the sound. It even gives you the ability for you to import target curves and row curves. One thing I would definitely like is that, for example, like Vim, that Topping had an application which served as your equalizer rather than to connect the DX5 to desktop to do equalizing. When you fit the frequency scale to your liking and you save it on one of the 5 filter spaces, and you can easily switch between them with a remote. Let's test it in real life scenarios. I will now describe my experience as a DAC as a part of a stereo hi-fi system and as an amplifier to my headphones. We have a pretty decent DAC here. It's a dual ESS 9039Q2 amp, which for a device that costs $300 and mainly will be used as a headphone amplifier is really awesome. I have already a lot of experience with this DAC in my different variations, for example AIMA A80 and Topping D50-3. And while it might seem the same chip equals the same sound across the board, you might be just a little bit wrong here. Topping D50, the new Topping D50, sounds the purest and most dynamically rich as a DAC from all these three devices. It is more transparent to show spaces in between, and yet treble and bass have more texture and details. It is not sun and moon, but you can definitely feel that it's just clearer, that it's just more transparent, that the instruments are far more vivid on a soundstage, that you can have a little bit more dynamics in bass and treble. And not to say that DAC implementation sucks in DX5, it is just that if you want just a DAC, maybe spend a little less money and buy pure DAC like this. But the sound in DX5 is also very balanced and neutral and really nice. It's a more laid-back sound. The vocal performance and instrument performance is going to be more on a stage rather than really next to you, which is not a problem as ESS does create a decent soundstage. Its clarity truly allows instruments to be more vivid on a soundstage. You can hear them start and end. As an implementation and as a DAC, this is much better than your stock DACs in your integrated amplifiers and headphone amplifiers and other similar devices. It does its purpose superbly into organizing information on stage and making everything just detailed enough without it becoming too much. Package that is $300. I give my full appreciation and the seal of approval for what Topping has done here. Just amazing. As a headphone amp, it is more equally impressive. It is just trying to be more neutral as it can, to let the individual characteristic of your headphones shine. It is incredible how much it opens the soundstage, how much in stereo imaging I can visualize in my head that they are center focused or on left or on right, the vocals, the instruments. It just does a fantastic job into organizing them on a soundstage and providing it far more bigger scope. And the music just spreads like that. I can hear drumming and the whole orchestra having their place on the stage. It really helped my speakers bloom. I guess a good amplification is supposed to unchain your speakers and force their individual talents to shine, whether that be more bass or more details in treble or a larger soundstage. It does a perfect job of what one headphone amplifier should do. And it's really great how dynamically rich this headphone amp is and how much it opens soundstage while remaining neutral. Does some other in-topic lineup do a better job? Yeah, but in this package, for this price, you cannot find alternative. And that is what I'm going to talk about now. It is putting some similar topping devices on a table to just showcase the amazing value of DX5. I listened to new topping D50. It is the same chipset and you also get parametric equalizer, but you lose your headphone amplification. In reality, the standalone DAC sounded a bit more better, mostly clear and more capable at the top to mold, organize and present details. It is a $230, which makes it $70 less than DX5. I had a chance to spend a little time with the Topping A30 Pro headphone amp. It is an amazing headphone amp that delivers more power, more connectivity, and just a bit better sonics all around. Again, it is cheaper than DX5 and costs $250. To get a better combination than DX5, you will need to buy two separates for $480. This combination is superior. You get amazing headphone amplification and a better DAC. But for $180 more, and that's excluding the additional cables you have to buy to connect them. And while it is not like they dominate DX5, it is just that they are better, and for a lot of people they can save that $180 and even more, and to have all that in one box. It makes the DX5 so super awesome that its value is off the roof. It is a fast and a great way to enter to the world of headphone amplification with a good power and a good DAC. Is this topping going to impress a lot of people? Probably not. not exactly to impress, but will this topping bring amazing value for most of people? Yes, absolutely yes. While this is not like the cutting edge of sound that you can get in this price range, you get so much value in this box, so much good sonics, so much versatility, so much input, the equalizers and everything, that it is a topping device for everyone. And the conclusion is that I am amazed by how much this device offers for its value. It is a great DAC, it is a great amplification, it has great parametric equalizer for $300. Just amazing. Its value lies actually in a very few compromises and how the soundstage becomes wider and clearer, allowing your headphones to have their talents enhanced and enriched. It truly is a device that deserves all its praise, and I'm happy to recommend it. Keep daydreaming and see you on the next video. Bye!